gotta say it. Say it. Say it.
So for the people that don't know, tell them a little something about yourself.
Well, people don't know me. Some people know me from loving hip hop. I'm Akbar Abdullah. Some people know me from some little crazy video that went viral as well. People know about that little situation, little weird sex tape thing.
Okay. So were you aware that Teairra was going up to the Breakfast Club to do an interview?
Nah. Me and Teairra spoke like a couple days before that, prior to that, and it was crazy because a lot of people was like, when I heard about it, it was crazy. Like, no, I didn't even know she was doing that at all. She never told me about that. She never hinted to that or nothing. I never knew nothing about that.
Okay. So what were you doing when you found out about the interview?
Honestly, I was working out. I was in the gym. Like, somebody text me. When people text me, they was like, "Hey, you seen this little interview?" And I saw a video clip, and I just listened to it. It was crazy. It was crazy. I didn't even know what to think, so I just listened to it when I got in the car.
Video of Teairra busting out your car windows. What's up with that? How did that come about? Why did she do that?
What people don't know about the situation is that Teairra was driving the gray G-Wagen. That was the G-Wagen that I, let her use. In that situation, she knew about the multiple women and the polygamous lifestyle, and she was upset about it, and she knew about it. Yeah, she knew about it. Yeah. And she didn't want to have nothing to do with it because she didn't want to be embarrassed on TV. But she wanted to have something to do with me, but not for the TV standpoint.
She was cool with it off camera, just not cool with it on the TV.
Exactly. And she know that, you know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, she's a woman, and she got her own feelings and emotions. She didn't want to be embarrassed to the world, and that's understandable because she feel, at the end of the day, she has influence, has a platform, and people, she got some fan base. So she didn't want her fans to look at her some type of way. But, the G-Wagen situation, so she gave me the G-Wagen back, and then we filmed the scene for Love and Hip Hop that prior to that same day, basically the next day. And when we filmed that scene, basically it was a situation where it was an encounter of her, Sade, and other, Alejandra, and they all, met up, and the rest was history. All the drama broke loose, and next thing you know, that same night, after the scene, everything was cool. Next thing you know, Teairra came and busted the G-Wagon. She busted the gray ones first. That was the first window she busted, and it was parked outside because I left it outside after she dropped it off. So Teairra busted the car windows, and next thing you know, I get a phone call from the people in the building. They like, "Hey, Teairra," someone didn't say her name. They said some lady is busting your windows out, and they called. They had it on camera and everything. Like they said, "Do you want to press charges?" I'm like, "No, I ain't got to press charges. That's something I'll deal with, And then called Teairra up, and then next thing you know, she came over. And the whole situation happened, and she came back over and busted the black G-Wagon.
So she busted out both cars.
Yeah. See, everybody, this before, all this stuff happened before the sex tape was ever even happened. Whatever happened, all that situation that took place, the G-Wagons when it was busted before that. But people made it seem like that was the timeline. She made it seem like that was the reason and justify that was the reason she did it. But she did it because of the scene and the issue that was going to blow up because of TV. Yeah.
And so Milan, he was the one who filmed the video of her smashing the G-Wagon?
Yeah. So Milan was there, the situation where, because Milan lived in the same building. And Teairra went to him, and she was like trying to play us against each other. So Teairra was going to Milan saying things about me, and then she come to me saying things about Milan. So she was playing, both sides in the situation, but me and Milan ended up squashing it through that whole situation because he realized Teairra was trying to turn him against me for no reason, and because at the end of the day, he felt like a big brother in a way because here he is taking up for her, and she keep coming back to me. So he was confused on if he's this scumbag or he's this guy doing this revenge porn against you, then why you continue to go with him? Because she knew I didn't do it. And he realized that when he asked her, she was like, honestly, I don't know, Milan. And then that's when Milan was like, then y'all have to figure this out, make lemonade out of lemons. And that's what we try to do, but Teairra wasn't going for that.
Do you still talk to Milan, or y'all still cool? Right?
I mean, yeah, of course, me and Milan, I didn't know Milan until we met, in contact when I was with Teairra. We seen each other a couple of times because they were friends. But, we're in contact with each other like that, but not, we don't hang out or nothing. But definitely he's still cool. He's from Chicago, so, I'm from Chicago, and I got family in Minnesota too. So we see each other and all that, say what's up, you know what I mean? But, yeah, he's still cool. He cool people.
Okay. Now, she said on the Breakfast Club, she said on the Breakfast Club that you didn't own neither one of the cars, or one of the cars, I believe.
No, she said I didn't own both of the cars. She said I stole the cars.
Oh, she said you stole them.
Yeah,
you wanna
yeah.
clear that up for-
I mean, you can't drive a car around stolen. You'll go to jail if the car is stolen. And she was driving the car around, and I'm driving cars around, so it don't make sense. It can't be stolen. Like, don't even make sense. She said somebody contacted her on social media, and I don't know what she's talking about. So
This guy reached out to me like, this is my car. He stole it. He has 2 of my G-Wagen.
Right. Okay. And now when 50 posted the initial video or picture, I didn't actually see it, but when 50 Cent posted it, did you talk to him?
No. I found out about that afterwards. You know, somebody said that, did you know 50 posted this or something? Teairra hit me up too about that. I didn't have no clue about none of that. See, the thing about that is, like, 50, that's my partner. Like, he would never do that to me, number one. Why would he post anything, disrespectful to a woman that I'm dealing with? And, that don't even make sense. Like, he didn't even know we was talking, number one. Number two, he just posted. That's what 50 do. He posts stuff. He reposts stuff. He didn't post no exclusive. All that stuff, it was a repost. It was all of the tape, the picture, all that was leaked on her page. See, Lisa Bloom put it in her head to some conspiracy theory to tie 50 in it with me because we were friends. So she was like, oh, let's tie this together and make it make sense. Like trying to do a conspiracy, but it don't make no sense. That's what she tried to make it, but they try to serve 50 papers as well as serve me. But 50 didn't know anything that we was dating. He didn't know nothing about that. He just do what he do. He just repost stuff. That's what 50 do. But that's the internet. He didn't take no original content or none of that. Like, why would I? They check the phones. His lawyers check the phones and all of that. There's no record of me sending them no pictures, no videos, no nothing of Teairra at all. Yeah, so they did the research on that. He had private investigators come and check the phones and everything. Like, it was for real. Like, it was serious about that situation. Like, I talked to 50. 50 hit me up like, hey, you know about, your girl suing me. And I'm like, who? He's like, yeah, Lisa Bloom filed a lawsuit out on me. I'm like, for what? Like, he's like talking about revenge porn. Like, how? Like, you don't even know her. And then it's all escalated, basically trying to say I'm the reason, because of the situation, because me and Teairra relationship and me and 50 relationship, and they try to connect the two. And Lisa Bloom wanted to connect that in order to make it work, to make it make sense. She can't say it's revenge if it's just 50, right? So she had to sue me and 50 together. She don't want to come after me. She won't go to no pro bono case against me, because it takes about, like Charlamagne was saying, it takes about 10, 20,000 just to hire a lawyer. But 50 didn't know nothing about that situation, and Lisa Bloom wanted to tie us together, and, in order to make the case work, so she wouldn't go pro bono against me because she like, oh, he ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Like, he know, she knows the profile that comes with 50 and the momentum she'll get from that just for targeting somebody like that. You all got to keep in mind that sometimes people do that. Even the concept is just the art of war. Like, when you see a Target, you'll see a Walmart next door to it. You see a gas station, another gas station. That's what people do. So she'll go against a monster in the world or a guy that she believes that has a high profile, to where she'll challenge him just to get her to make herself relevant. And the more cases, the more her name is involved, without backlash, she'll go after her just so people can recognize her. So guess what? All the females that go through it who've been bullied or especially with the Me Too movement, that's a serious situation. But Lisa Bloom, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. So she saw crisis in a situation with Teairra, and Lisa Bloom saw opportunity, and she took the opportunity to try to target 50. And at the end of the day, like, it wasn't going to work because Teairra was still in love with me. So she trying to target 50, but at the same time, Teairra is with me. So I don't get how's that revenge porn if we still in a relationship.
That's crazy. Did you talk to 50? Did you talk to 50 after that? Have you talked to him since?
Yeah, we spoke. In a situation like, just making sure, like, he just want to know, like, at the end of the day, he want to make sure I had nothing to do with it. Like, as if I'm trying to, conspire against him. Not necessarily him, but more so as lawyers on that standpoint, just to protect him and protect his brand and what, he built his legacy, and they're just trying to protect that. But No, 50, yeah, me and 50 spoke about it, but just more so, he just want to make sure that I was straight, and I was making sure he was straight through the process, because that's nothing he lost money, you know. People didn't want to do deals with him. He couldn't sell certain things because they thought he was doing something negative with women and you know, targeting and bashing women because of that situation, and that wasn't even the case. He was just doing what social media people do, just repost, and people laugh about it, and if it's something that's, you know, that's disrespectful to certain such, they'll take it down. And that's what that's what internet did. That the Instagram took it down, and nobody could repost it. So, you know.
Well, for people that don't know, how did you meet 50? How did y'all become being cool?
Me and 50 met like in 2013. You know, we met through some people he was cool with, and just talking about nonprofit organizations, and also me as an actor and opportunities and stuff like that. But other than that, that's how we connected, and good people, you know what I mean? He knew I was coming from, you know, where I come from, struggle. He come from the same background, and, you know, and we connected on that standpoint. And, you know, we both were special, so, you know, so, yeah.
So after the suit got dropped, did you countersue her, or did 50 Cent countersue her? How did that whole thing go?
No, so in that situation, you know, suing someone, it's time consuming, number one. Number two, financially it drains you for what reason, right? You want to feel like you can gain something financially from that when you countersue, right? So for defamation of character, that would be the lawsuit that you filed for the countersue. But 50 didn't do that. I didn't do that. Number one, I didn't want to have nothing to do that. I don't want to bash Teairra. I don't want nothing negative to say about her. I'm just speaking up for the standpoint of what transpired and what was said about me. So for those who don't know. Well, 50 did not countersue because he knows he's not going to get nothing out of that. But the reality is, for his lawyer fees and stuff like that, it's like, dang, well, pay me for that. You know, so when he went and asked the judge for a certain amount, the judge said, no, she has to pay him $30,000, whatever the case may be, right? And that's the fact that you put me through all of this. You and Lisa Bloom, because it's not about Teairra. Let's get that clear. Lisa Bloom had a hard on for 50. She wanted 50 Cent. She wanted to target him and to sue him because she'd been trying to get him because he took sides with Trey Songz and Chris Brown, and she just had something against 50. So this was her opportunity to get at 50, and she used Teairra because she knew she was vulnerable, and she said, you know what, I'll represent you to get at 50, not knowing she didn't know the bigger picture. She just was she was so tunnel vision with the whole situation targeting 50, but she not knowing my character, that she don't know me and Teairra relationship. So that's what happened with that. So with 50 then countersue because it didn't make sense. But what he did was, okay, well, reimburse me for the situation where, you know, my lawyer fees. That's what he wanted paid for, his lawyer fees. And that's why she owed $30,000. It's not called countersue. He didn't countersue her. He's not suing her. He just wants the lawyer fees, and that's judge ordered. And when the judge ordered that, the sheriffs and the marshal, they'll get involved if you don't, because it's court ordered now. You know, it's the same difference as paying child support. That's what she has to understand, that now is serious. Like, you may not get caught today, maybe not tomorrow, but you get pulled over with a friend in the car, or something happened where they run your name or your fingerprint. Something happened where people go through. It happens all the time, man. Like, the weirdest situations happen, and we get bumped or pulled over, whatever may have you, and the situation happened where the police pull over, and something like that happened where they book her and they found out who she is, and you have a bench warrant for your arrest, and, you know, now that's how it is. And sometimes, like, they'll come get you. You know, depends on how outstanding the warrant is. So, but definitely it wasn't no countersue. No one's countersuing anyone. It's just that 51 is lawyer fees.
Looking back on the situation, she seems like she's been through a lot, even though that she did put you in this situation. Do you have any empathy for her? Or do you feel bad for her?
Yeah, it's not about feeling bad, but I do empathize with situations like that, especially a woman. My mother raised me. So, you know, I didn't have a male role model in my household, but my mother. So it's like, you know, for sure you empathize with situation. I understand what she's going through. And plus, you know, you go through a crisis like that, you know, the midlife crisis. You know, you come from being a young, talented, you know, singer, and then now you're on reality TV and trying to find your way. And it affects everyone, you know what I mean? Like, look at all the childhood, you know, talented singers or rappers or whatever, or anyone who has success at a young age, whether it's actors or actresses. It affects them all as they get to this age, and Teairra's going through that, you know what I mean? And definitely I empathize with her, you know?
Okay. tell her something right now, if you could tell us anything right now, what would you let her know?
You know how I feel about you. You know I care about you. No, just playing. No, just, you know, just all jokes aside, just stay positive and keep your head up, man. And you going through it, I'm going through it with you too. Like, don't ever think that, you know, like, everybody ain't your op, you know. And I think great relationships you have to go through some adversity. That's what build great relationships. You know what I mean? So, you know, let me change this punch out real quick. Yeah, man. This situation, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, just constantly just working at it, you know what I mean? Just staying positive and staying optimistic through whatever it is, through any case and situations like that, you know, good will always prevail over evil, no matter how you look at it, you know? Just stay positive, you know what I mean?
Okay. And where can the people follow you at, and how can they get in tune with what you got going on?
Man, look, I want y'all to get in tune with the whole MDE movement. Y'all always see that MDE, you know what I mean? Y'all get in tune with the MDE movement. Y'all see that everywhere. Also, people know me for that. I'm always posting MDE. Stands for Music Does Entertain. You know, we have the MDE Films, MDE Fit side of things, and also coordinated with Falashade as well. You know, just constantly just working at that, man. You could catch me, you know, shooting up my own little show. We shooting our own show as well, you know, Akbar's Way. Just talking about the polygamous lifestyle and living that life and living in your truth. You know, a lot of people live in lies and tell lies, and I'm not with that, man. And just being transparent and communicating and just living the truth, man. And I think the truth shall set you free. And always remember that warnings come before destruction. So in situation I learned, you know, I don't got to hide my phone. I ain't got to cover my phone up, whatever, because I'm in a relationship where we honest with each other, you know what I mean? And somebody said, well, you in a relationship where can she have a man too or whatever? Number one, my women particularly, they like women too. But overall, like, if that's what I signed up for, if she tell me she want another man, then she have to tell me that at the beginning. You can't come in a relationship then try to change it up because that's not what they signed up for. When you tell a woman the truth or the man the truth, they'll sign up for it. But you give them the choice to walk away and to make a decision. So y'all can definitely look out for me, look out for the rest of us, and, you know, in the future on TV again.
I don't know how to say it. Say it.